Good evening, Greg here, burning both ends. Burning on the front end of the week here, the work week. Getting my Sunday prep going on. Week 7 of I-Core. This is this DOE-funded tech transfer training. That's a mouthful. We are learning the lean startup model developed by Steve Blank, the business model canvas, customer discovery interviews, ecosystems, all the good stuff. And we are going to get to our 75th interview this week by hook or by crook. Well, not by crook, but we will get there. And there will be a celebration because that's a huge milestone, I'd have to say. And what I was told by a former I-Core completion person, if that makes sense, someone that completed I-Core, is that around interview 66 is where you start to kind of pivot around and start to really understand what's going on. If you're doing the interviews right, of course, you could just be doing random interviews and it doesn't really matter how many you do. And that's what I'm really so thrilled about with our team is we are really just on a mission with our interviews. We are running down some great people, talking to some brilliant folks, getting some great feedback. We are starting to get repetitive feedback, which is good. We are really executing on our interview style, not biasing the interviews, not leading the interviews. And we are hearing some of the same information from different directions, and it's fantastic. Really inspiring, really showing me or revealing how well this system works. And there really is no doubt it works. This gentleman, Steve Blank, is pretty brilliant. And the track record for this program, or for the Lean Startup model, is pretty it's there. There's no doubt about it. And I'm really proud of our federal government for adopting this. NIH has it, NSF has it. NASA, I think, started a pilot program with it in 2017. I was at Semicon West last week, or this past week. I guess it is last week now. And I saw NASA there. NASA himself. No, I'm just kidding. NASA had a booth. Their tech transfer office had a booth, and there were two young fellows there. And I mentioned the I-Core program, and I emailed one of them, Corey. So hats off to you, Corey. So we connected on LinkedIn, and in the email, I just did a quick search about if NASA was doing it, and I learned that in 2017 they're piloting a program, or they did, for their SBIR, SBTTR programs, which are their Small Business Innovation Research Grants. And then STTR, I'm not sure exactly what the TTR, but that's essentially a small business partnering with a university or something like that to go after money together. Kind of like co-develop some IP, that kind of a thing. So this is really, I'm so psyched about it. I'm so excited that we're kind of getting toward the end here. We are in the final round, or the home stretch, however you want to call it. There is week 8. Week 8 is in Denver. We're back to Denver. We got 3 days on the ground there, so it's more of a graduation. I'm not really sure how intense that's going to be. I'll find out. But the real work sort of ends at this Friday. We have our final presentation on Wednesday. This is something that I am working on. I'm putting a lot of effort into this presentation. I really want to crush it. I really want to come across with just a solid delivery there. And so I'm putting a lot of time in. So today, my commitment is every day I'm putting a half an hour at least into this. Today I put about an hour in just reading through some of these market reports that I got. And I got a few that are just pinpointed perfectly. So they're just dead on right in our space, and they're giving me some great information. Unfortunately, one of the main ones is 2014. There is another one coming out in October of 18. A little bit late for the program. I will still probably check it out just to see if what they said in 14 was right. And what they said was that our kind of thin slice is expected to grow from an equipment standpoint and a delivery and a revenue producing standpoint more than our two sort of partners in crime along this manufacturing line, if you will. So really cool to read about that, learning some great things, and so psyched about that. So we're definitely going to be rocking some interviews. I should hear from a bunch of people tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a great day to lock in a bunch of interviews. I'm not sure how many we have locked in already. I think at least one, and I'm waiting to hear back from literally 5 or 6 people that are, I want to talk to you next week, and I'm probably just waiting for Monday to show up for them to get to work to hit their schedule and confirm a time or throw out some time. So, and I think we have to do 6 this week, if I remember correctly. I think we hit 69 last week, and really excited for that. And then what else we got going on? HBD. Yeah, so if you were to read my success journal, which is linked down below, HBD is another big project. So that's one of my big work projects. And so we got a lot done last week, really hitting that hard. Even though I don't have as much time to put out in it as I'd like because of I-Core, I really want to hit I-Core hard because I-Core comes to just a screeching halt on the 26th of July. No more I-Core. And whereas HBD keeps going, our big drop dead date for HBD is, I think, August 9th-ish. That's a Thursday. That's where we really begin operations, and then August 13th is when we really hit it. We start demoing, and the facility is down on the 13th, and so we really got to hustle at that point to get things back up and running and get things ripped out, new things added, integrated. Should be a lot of fun, should be a lot of work. And the exciting thing for me is that, so we got still here in Albany next week, and then the following week I'm in Denver, and the week after that kind of last week of July, first week of August, I'm in South Carolina on vacation, to visit my folks, bringing the whole family, and then I'm back that first full week of August, and then I think that Thursday is the 9th. So really is going to be interesting. I'm still going to be burning at both ends, no doubt, during those 2 weeks. Of course, in Denver, and then definitely in South Carolina. I'll be checking email. I'll be checking in on some folks, and that's what I'm really excited about with this burn at both ends concept. Is it really gives me the space to still execute while I'm doing almost anything else I want to do. Any other focus item I want to have, whether it's family, like for example this weekend was a lot of kid time. The missus is away, and so the bulk of the day, once 7 a.m. hits in the morning, 7 a.m. to about 9 p.m. is just all kids. It's all my daughters. I really want to spend a lot of time with them. I really enjoy it. It's very inspirational for me, but the burn at both ends concept puts those chunks of times at the way ends of the day for me to still just do those few things that are really important to move those projects forward and keep those wheels spinning. And that's the thing that I'm really proud of myself. That I shouldn't say I'm proud of myself. I guess I'm proud of myself for keeping the success journal going, because the success journal is what's really giving me the clarity and understanding the priority of those. What are those like? If I have let's say if I just have 45 minutes, sometimes it happens that way. So, or an hour. What should I do in that hour? How can I dice up that hour and do? Because you can't do too many things. You can't try to squeeze too much in an hour. So maybe you cut it into 3 pieces. 3 20-minute slots. And what are those 3 major tasks I got to do in that hour to really keep this thing moving? And if I've done my success journal properly, I can really understand what those things are. So this success journal is killing it, it's crushing it, and I plan on continuing it into my next phase. So the next phase is August hits. Next phase is, we're going to execute HBD. That's by the end of August, that's going to be pretty much done as far as my commitment goes to it. And then I start hitting these other 2 big projects that we just won some money for. I'm just bouncing a little bit for some weird reason. And then I'm also executing on my side hustle, this nonprofit widget. Super excited about that. And as we get into that, I will reveal much more about that. Still getting some ducks in a row. Still want to line some things up. Got the training with Peter. Want to hit that in August. And I'm psyched. And what's interesting about that opportunity is everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing places. I'm seeing opportunity. I'm seeing leads. I'm seeing ways to penetrate, ways to play the infinite game. And this is really going to be a good test for me, because this is going to be pure infinite game. This is going to be just straight ahead, building relationships, networking, soft sales, if you will, soft selling, and just head down, and then come up in 6 months, take a breath, head back down, another 6, just pound it like that. And I'm really excited to have Peter and his team behind me. And I really feel that, even though we are 3,000 miles away, I really feel that I'm going to be well supported during this entire thing. And so excited to see how that develops, and how I show up, and how much I grow in that process. And then also these projects at work, these 2 big projects, is going to be a similar type of a situation. So super excited, and that's a great segue into wrapping up here. This channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. These are my experiences. These are the things I'm doing, failures, successes, things I'm still working on, and the systems I'm putting in place to help me. And it's the Success Journal. I just highly recommend have a look at it. This 1 week chunk is really working out well, and I'm excited to use it. And I'm so psyched because I'm circling back around to where I started as an aspiring entrepreneur. So I started in late 2018. So I think September 2018. Do I have that lying around? Here, let me get something real quick. It's right here. It was at this Ultimate Leadership. You like a little lick there? Ultimate Leadership Camp. So yeah, here it is. September 2018. September 14th, 2018. By the way, I stayed in room 7212. A lot of good stuff in here. A lot of good notes. But September 2018. I'm sorry, 2008. Whoa, 2008. Is when I went to this Ultimate Leadership training, and that's where I committed to quitting my job and starting my business, my aerospace business. Fantastic, look at that. And then I got a recommendation, or a referral, I guess, from this seminar of Russell Cox, who became, my business coach. And he's the one that showed me the Success Journal. So here I am, almost 10 years later, a couple months away from 10 years later, coming back to it and completely leveraging it and putting it to great use. And so Russell, mad props to you. I hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in a while. And I'm using this Success Journal, and it's just crushing it, and I really appreciate it. So I should look through this book. Probably a lot of good stuff in there. Actually, there are. I mean, I use this stuff all the time. It's just fun to go back and read the actual notes taken at the event, and that's always eye-opening and inspiring. So yeah, this is all part of my journey. This is what I'm up to. And so subscribe, comment down below, ask questions, give me feedback. I want to hear anything and everything. And if I can be of service to you, please ask for help. I'd love to help, personal, business, whatever you need. I'll do my best to help. And that's where I'm at. So check out the description. There's some great links down there, some motivational videos, motivational websites. Answers down there. You'll find some great music down there. The beat in the background is inspired by Fela Kuti. So check that out. It's an Afro beat I wrote. G Money is my alter ego. I write these drum beats. Been drumming for a few decades. Love the drums. And so check it out on SoundCloud. And I will wrap there. So get some good sleep. Hopefully you prep for the week a little bit. Wake up tomorrow, light it up, inspire folks, do great things, and I will see you in the morning.